Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Cultivate wisdom. You don't need to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, what do? You respect your body, you respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 42, Nasdaq up 2, S&P's up $1.50. Gold contract up $2.60, trading at $1,622 an ounce. Silver flat at $28.14 an ounce. Platinum $1,401 an ounce. Copper down 2 pennies at $3.90 a pound. Light sweet crude flat at $93.34 a barrel. Bonds up 14 ticks at 148.22. King dollar off 8 ticks at 82.62. Euro is at 122.92. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You're at 1405. We do all of about, we do 549 million. That 549, folks, continues to go into the downdraft of April and the downdraft of May with dramatically lighter volume. Now, if we bring up the SPY so you can see it, we'll do it on a weekly basis so you can see what we have here. So the SPY, we are at 140.84. And what you have is this. We did this week, on the weekly basis, we did 471 million. Well, 471 million, folks, is going into 841 million. Okay, so it doesn't have the juice as it's going in here. Now, that's the first part. Second part goes like this. The high of last week was 139.64. Well, guess what? You closed over it. So what does that say? That says, yes, you can go make that run for 141.66. And the SPY, which was the May high. That's how that sets up. You got to a higher high, closed at a higher high for the week. Half the volume, you'll see it'll fail, and it's going to fail big time. When you come into a swing point, folks, with 50% lighter volume, which we're doing right now, see ya, don't want to be ya. Dow Industrials. Let's take a look at the Dow. The Dow wants to bang that high. That's the real bottom line. So the high in the Dow was the May 1st date. That was 13,338. We're only $1.30 away from it right now. We closed inside the low of that bar, which is that 13,174. No juice, but bottom line is that I suspect it wants to go up there and tag it. If we go look at the diamonds, what you have inside the diamonds closed at 131.93. And diamonds also set up like this. The diamonds did 18 million shares, while you're going into 39 million. Wants to tag it, though. Nasdaq Composite. Now, the Nasdaq Composite and the Russell 2000, these are different animals. Nasdaq Composite closed up $2, but you're not even close to the highs. It's not even going to get into the highs. We did 1.5 billion. That's going into 2.2 billion. If we look at the 3 Qs, what you're going to see here is this. This is the NDX 100. On the NDX 100, what we did is that she did, let's see, 113 million is going into 265. Now, what the Qs can also do, no doubt, though, we're at 66.86. So she closed over it. When she closed over, it's like, hey, she can go run to the 67, 63. You know, we'll see if she's going to do that, but I don't see the highs in there at all. Now, Russell 2000. Russell 2000 continues to be the weakest indice. And you can see the Russell 2000 today was flat, down $1.37, but reality was flat. If we go look at the IWM, and we take a look at where the IWM, what it's doing, this is what you have. If I put this on a weekly basis, this is the small caps. Now, this is where the small caps out and out failed. And what that means is this. The small caps got over... Oh, this is going to get interesting. Check this out. This is a trip, actually. Oh, this is going to be a trip. Okay, so here you go. Small caps got over the high of last week, 79.91. We did 161 million shares versus 243, but guess what? We're over that by a penny. You got to love it. Hey, we'll see whether it can make, we're over by a penny. A penny's a penny. That's the bottom line. So what does that mean? That means that the small caps can go make the run for 81, 84, folks. That's how that works, Small caps, no doubt, are the weakest, though, dramatically, too, because the small caps are running into $320 million on the way down with $161 million on the way up. Now, what's it still all about? It's still all about good old King Dollar, folks. So let's go over to King Dollar. King Dollar today got to a price point of $82.94. Closed out the session at $82.62. It's inside the higher range once again. Not enough volume, though. We did 16,000 contracts. Now, what we have done this week is that we tested the breakout area in the dollar index. That original breakout area, not from the bottom, but from a higher consolidation, was the 81.60 going all the way back to May 22nd. We came down, dramatically lighter volume. We tested that, rejected the lower price, had lighter volume. Now what you'll see is that it's going to go for the highs that were established out there at the 84.25. But what we are going to need next week, you're going to need wider price spread and accelerated volume. Bond market. Now, bonds. What do we have? Bonds are talking, walking, and squawking. And what are they talking, walking, and squawking? Well, they want to also go topside. Bonds out here today. 214,000 contracts. Well, you know what? That got inside the range again, the higher range, that is. Got back inside the 147.23 area, and that puts game on again. Let me put this on a weekly, actually. Yeah, it puts game on big time, too. See, on a weekly, it's interesting, because on a weekly, we got to 147.10, which got into 147.10. That got into the last swing low of the 146.28. Didn't get to the bottom, made a higher low, rejected that lower price. And that's saying that, hey, the 153 is game, going topside. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go take, well, hey, you know what we'll do? No, I'm going to go through some big caps first, then we'll go over to Europe. We had Big Blue up 87 cents. McDonald's was up 105. That's a dead cat bounce. Caterpillar was up 54. We had Citigroup up 4. Disney was down 34. Marbell was up 26. Let's go over to Marbell and see what the phone companies are doing right now. So Marbell, yeah, this is going to get interesting. Marbell, no doubt, wants to go up to those highs once again. On a longer-term basis, it's pretty decent. The phone companies, though, the chart out there that is the strongest, folks, is Verizon. And Verizon takes it in spades, let me tell you. This little baby pushed over the highs, on a monthly basis and had the juice. The last high up here was in 07, and that was $43 and 1 penny, and we had 257 million shares traded. Well, guess what? In June, it blew that away with 396 million shares traded. So you had higher highs come in with what? With a huge amount of volume. No two ways about that. Let's go take a look at Sprint Nextel and see what Sprint Nextel has. Maybe they'll finally stop making some money. Service is great. I've had Sprint for a long time. Low is $2. The high is $4.96. And so let's bring this back. We'll put this on. First, I'll start with a 4-year weekly. So with a 4-year weekly, yeah, she's off the bottom. And she's off the bottom with some juice, too. So 2 weeks ago, you get some real conviction, wide price spread, accelerated volume. Put this on a monthly. And on a monthly, you also have the conviction. This is pretty cool. Okay, so check it out. Let me bring this back. Actually, I'll do this 10 years. Okay, so Sprint on a 10-year goes from 25 bucks, comes down to 135. Now, okay, so November of 08, you hit a low, and you had 907 million. And you tested that with 734. That's how it's supposed to work. And then you come off that with 1.4 billion. Yeah. Okay, so Sprint's set up right now to go to 575. 645, actually. And if you get volume at 645, then you're really going to get some action in it. The reason being that is this, folks. is that I suspect it'll have to build up some cars at 645, but let me tell you something. After 645, you get $10, and once it breaks $10, it's to $18. It's going to be kind of interesting. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Coming right back.